Dr. Archana Chatterjee served on the FDA's original Pfizer voting board back in December. She is also the dean of the Chicago Medical School and vice president for medical affairs at Rosalind Franklin University, and is joining us tonight to talk more about this latest variant. So what's the biggest takeaway right now? Don't be concerned yet. Do we know enough?
I think that is the takeaway, Marnie, that this is what is called a variant of interest at this point in time. It's being watched very closely to see what will happen with it. But as many of your other speakers tonight pointed out, the experts pointed out, that the variant that we are most concerned about now is the Delta variant, which is causing havoc, especially among those who are unvaccinated.
So what more should we be doing right now to combat Delta that we aren't?
Vaccinate people, wear masks, the old boring stuff. Keep your distance. Don't go into big crowded places where you don't know whether people are vaccinated or not. Practice good hand hygiene. The mitigation measures and the vaccines work.
Right. But people haven't necessarily done that along the way.
Some people haven't, but others have, and they are being protected. And I think that's the message. That's the important message that people need to take away. While there are all these concerns about new variants and what might come in the future, we have to deal with what we're dealing with right now, which is the Delta variant. And we know that the vaccines are standing up pretty well against it. It's a little bit decreased efficacy against the Delta variant from some of the vaccines, but they're still keeping people out of the hospital, out of the ICUs, and out of the morgue.
How worried are you about a fall surge in cases with Delta, the potential for lockdowns, back to remote learning?
You know, I'm moderately concerned, I would say. What buoys me is the news that more and more people are getting vaccinated. I think we're close to 1 million vaccinations a day. I think that is wonderful that we continue to vaccinate people who are eligible for vaccinations. I'm also looking forward, hopefully in the future, to seeing vaccines either authorized or approved for use in children who are younger than 12, so that we have vaccines available for that population. And what I'm hoping is with that, these measures such as masking and hand hygiene, keeping distance when possible, is going to hold the virus at bay this fall compared to what we went through last fall and winter.
Any estimate on getting the vaccine to those younger groups who have so far been ineligible?
Unfortunately, nothing that I know of that is definite. I think it's been out in the media that the trials are being done, and we should be hearing something soon. I am awaiting that news as eagerly as anyone else.
Finally, before I let you go, there is a push already for the flu shot. Doctors across the country telling people to get it. Is now the right time?
Absolutely, because influenza, while it was a milder season last year, also can and will circulate during the fall and winter months. We know that. And we do have vaccines that help to protect against influenza disease, severe disease. And I would absolutely recommend that people get vaccinated. I'm going to go ahead and get my own vaccine as soon as I am able to.